this was the last thing that I wanted to go through because, yeah, since we're talking about failures of box offices, variety.
Oh, no.
Christmas at the box office hinges on Aquaman 2. Movie theater owners are worried. Boy,
I would be.
Everywhere around Christmas, Phoenix Theaters puts all of its chips on one major tentpole, gambling on a movie so big, so broadly appealing. It'll keep auditoriums stocked into the new year. In the recent past, Midwest chain has gone all in on 2022's Avatar, 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home, 2019 Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. But this holiday season is different for the first time in more than a decade, excluding the pandemic stricken 2020. There's no surefire blockbuster with the potential to gross $1 billion globally to cap off the year. You can't look at the release schedule between now and the end of the year and find one movie that stands out like Avatar.
That's a ridiculous statement.
Yeah.
Because, name a movie that's comparable to Avatar.
That's true. That's a good point.
But I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You're a theater owner.
Mm-hmm.
You can have one movie. You have one theater. You can have one movie over Christmas. Would you get Aquaman 2 or would you get Iron Claw? And I mean, from a position, which one do you think is going to make more money for you?
That's See, here's the thing. And I'm gonna tell you why that's such a good question. Because you take Iron Claw, obviously, but look at it like this. You're looking down the road, let's say a year down the line, right? You see Aquaman before made how much money? Because the first film made what?
1.2 billion.
1.2 billion, roughly. Okay. That's not fucking happening now.
No. Have you seen the projections?
No. What are the actual projections?
Oh, Jesus, man. The projections are 32 to 42 million domestic.
Okay. How much money did they spend on this?
I know this is a $250 million movie.
It's VFX heavy there and water for the fucking entire film. So, holy shit. So what did Flash open up at? You remember?
It was 55 domestic.
Open at 55. Worse than Flash. Well, the projections are.
It's projected to open worse than the Marvels, and we've seen where that is right now.
Does this have potential to lose? Well, they didn't spend as much.
Oh, this is going to lose. I would speculate
400 million.
400, yeah,
400 million. Okay, so let me backtrack a little bit. Okay, look at it from this perspective. Comic book shop owner. This is very similar. Comic book shop owners right now they in a tough spot, right? The big two guys, they're usually and definitely with modern entertainment. The modern comic book industry is ran by Marvel and DC. They're not putting out really stuff that's getting people excited to go, let's say, follow themselves to buy the books and or each other to buy books, and that hurts the comic book shop owners because, well, they're making money off of that. Well, at least in the theaters, they're splitting the revenue, so it's a little bit different. Because in the comic book case, they at least making the money. Well, no, it's worse because in the comic book case, the publishers already got their dime. You know what I mean? So whether you sell that shit doesn't even matter to them. So you can argue that it's even more fucked. But it's a similar case. You get what it is that I'm saying, that there's an entire economy, right, that is contingent on, that exists and is so heavily reliant upon something of that they don't really control, and that's the quality of a film. As well as the enthusiasm that's surrounding it, right? And I think goodwill in general with Hollywood is done. I believe that the Oppenheimers and the Barbies of the world are going to be fewer and further between. I think that's just.
But they're the ones that are actually performing.
Yeah,
Oppenheimer nearly hit $1 billion.
Right.
Barbie 1.5, 1.6 billion.
Yeah.
Napoleon, which is an Apple film, it's funded by Apple. It's going to go onto Apple TV in a little bit. So that second at the box office at the moment.
Yeah, it's just I think all together, Hollywood is it's just there's not going to be any more consistency, right? As far as you're just not going to be shitting out these billion-dollar films. So it's two things that you got to do. You got to rein in your budgets, right? I mean, that's probably number one, right? So at least you can make a little money, right? So you got to rein in the budgets. Maybe there's a lot less. I don't know where the money's going. I really don't. It might be funny money, but whatever it is, you might have to stop that for at least the near future. But that still doesn't answer the question of how do you get people enthusiastic about a film? And obviously the answer is obvious, but that does require a cultural change and shift from modern day. So how likely is that? Is again the Oppenheimers of the world and it's just like those start to feel more like a one-off than a standard.
Sure.
The standard
but
thing,
people gravitate towards quality.
Right. So they would have to make better quality stuff. But you you're looking at Aquaman, right? It's holiday season as going back here, the holiday season is on the shoulders of Aquaman, and that's not a good shoulder to put anything on.
No.
This is an analyst here. He says, can it cut through the negative DC noise? And it doesn't look like it is. See, I would love to get your thoughts on this.
Why go see Aquaman? That to me is the question. Why? And I don't mean that from a because it's going to be shit type of perspective. You've told your audience it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Correct.
You've done the damage. You did untold damage to the Flash, to Blue Beetle, to Aquaman. You did untold damage by telling people don't fucking matter because we got a new guy coming in and he's doing his new thing with his new characters, new world. So none of this fucking matters.
That's a good point.
There is no reason to go see it, even if you love Jason Momoa and whatnot. Oh.
That's a good point. They say with one big film, you must stock a lot of show times to meet the demands. If it doesn't work out, you end up with a lot of empty show times. Phoenix Theaters VP Jordan Hodman says, with a more diverse slate of films, we can spread our bets. For this year's holiday stretch, the gambles include Wonka, Illuminations, animated comedy, Migration, Iron Claw.
The two, I'm looking forward to two films over the holiday period.
The Color Purple. It's a musical adaptation.
It's a musical adaptation, and we got a trailer for it before Napoleon. It looks like cancer. Cancer.
Fuck.
But I'm looking forward to two movies over the Christmas period. The Iron Claw.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Von Erich's ridiculously sad story. Great, but it's going to be so much fun still. Fun to see it. And Silent Night, which is the Joel Kinnaman revenge movie.
Oh yeah. That shit looks sick.
But Wonka. Hey, do you want to know how Wonka got his first shot through the power of diversity? No, I'm okay. I'm really okay. I want to see another fucking shitty animated nothingy. No, I'm okay. I'm good. Do I want to see a superhero film that doesn't matter?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm fine. Might have to watch it just purely for content purposes, but I put the tickets back through the fucking tax man. So it's work. So yeah, cool. I can justify that, no problem. But in terms of as a somebody who wants to go to the cinema and have a good time, those are the only two films that I want to go to the cinema and have a good time with. There is
all of these, the ones they spent the most money is like probably not even close. It's going to be Aquaman.
I bet Wonka cost a fortune. I bet that cost a fortune.
It's true. I can see that. But is it a $250 million fortune?
Well, the budget for Wonka, no, it's 125.
Okay. So half.
So that's going to hit 250, 325 to break even.
Yeah.
So it's got a chance.
Yeah.
Of maybe doing something.
Yeah.
But when you got a budget of 250 and you're looking down the barrel of 650,
that's gonna be rough.
How you are not giving your movies any chance. You're not even Blue Beetle, which was 120 million budget. Even that, I was looking at. I'm like, 120 for Blue fucking Beetle. Not even Ted Kord. And I think you'll still be hard pressed to find a normie that knows who the fuck Ted Kord is. I still think that's a very niche comic book thing that we even know who. Some of us won't even know who Ted fucking Kord is.
Mm-hmm.
So what? So to give 120 million for that, for some guy to literally paint every Mexican as a fucking stereotype. We didn't start saying let's taco about it because we're just.
Yeah.
The film, they called his truck the Taco. He came out the fucking airport and immediately was just like, let's get tacos. The family was the most fucking stereotypical Mexican family you can. 120 million. Why are you fucking trying so hard to not give these movies? He shouldn't have got. Hey, studio head Az here. We'd like to make a Blue Beetle movie, and we don't even want to use Ted Kord. We want to use, the other iteration. Right. Okay. Miguel from Cobra Kai. Okay. Yeah. So we're looking for 120 million in budget. Is that okay to green light? I'll green light. I'll give you 35 million.
Okay.
35 million. And if it does 120 million at the box office, we pulled in a profit. We put in a little.
That seems like such a fucking obvious, such an obvious thing. I spoke about this. I think even with the Oscars, I spoke about this. It's like, because they've done a lot of directing, and I'm like, if you make the shit make sense, a film can be extremely profitable.
Yes.
Like perhaps
Blumhouse.
Yeah. Perhaps like some of the most profitable entertainment assets of all time. Just because of the nature of what it is. But yeah, you have to rein in your budget. But I don't think they got it in them. So, they're lost. But yeah, if you guys anybody out there, especially artists that gotta be falling out of this mainstream because maybe you have the wrong politics, maybe you just don't want to be a hack or work for hacks, hit me up. Maybe we can have a conversation. Alpha Core #1's pre-order is live. Written by the legendary Chuck Dixon and penciled by Joe Bennett. Visit Rippaverse.com to grab a copy and any of the merchandise items. Be sure to also check out the animated trailer for the campaign, which is the latest project from Rippaverse Studios. Y'all be easy.